Okay, so in my office, I don't charge a difference between a flexible partial and a regular partial. I charge the same for either one. Let's talk about some pros and cons. So a cast metal partial, I have to say I like better because it, in my opinion, holds the remaining teeth a little bit more solid. I like it also because if the patient loses a tooth down the road, depending upon which tooth that is, we can usually add a tooth to that partial. Unless it is a anchor tooth, then it might not be stable if they lose that tooth, and just to add another tooth, it might not be stable. So this may necessitate us to redesign the partial and make it again. But usually we can just add a tooth to a metal partial. The downfalls of a metal partial. A metal partial is very stout, it's very strong, it's very stiff. So if you have excessive undercuts on your teeth or slanted teeth, sometimes it can make a metal partial just not something that can be designed for you to wear because it can't get around those undercuts of your teeth, or if the tooth is very, very slanted, either way in your mouth. So I prefer metal partials. However, flexible partials are something that I make a lot in my office as well. And the reason that I like flexible partials is because when a patient has big undercuts on the teeth, meaning like if you have a tooth, here's your tooth. If that tooth has a really round belly on it, that metal does not want to flex because it's a cast chrome metal. So with a flexible partial, you can put it in there and then it can go in and flex over that undercut. So I do like them for that reason. These are the downfalls that I see with a flexible partial. If you lose another tooth, typically, and this is not with all flexible partials, but this is usually with the mainstream brands of flexible partials on the market, those are kind of a one and done appliance, meaning that material is injected into a mold and it is not something that you can just add on to or repair. So if you lose another tooth down the road, usually you can't add on to a flexible partial. Or if you break it, which is not super common because it's flexible, but if you break it, it's not usually something that can be repaired. And they're a lot of money, so you need to take those things into consideration. I do like them though, like I said, in the case of its flexible nature, it being able to go over large teeth that have that big belly or undercut on them. I also don't care for flexible partials in this respect. When I see some people with flexible partials, they do not hold the teeth in solid, the remaining natural teeth. So over time, because they are flexible, I can see the natural teeth start to move and kind of flail out sometimes. So I don't feel like the flexible partials protect the remaining teeth as well as a cast metal chrome partial. So I hope this helps. One other thing, flexible partials, because they're flexible, they can sometimes flex against the gums and cause more sore spots than the metal partials. The metal partials are much more solid and rigid, so they can't really flex against those gum tissues and cause as many sore spots as what I sometimes see with flexible partials. So if you have any more questions, let me know. I hope that helped. Take care. Bye-bye.